When you have a stammer, there can be points where you feel like you have no control over your speech at all. Really low points. But as a wise man once said, it's always darkest before the dawn.
When you feel like you can't communicate properly, effectively. When you look at other people speaking and wish you could just be like them, it can lead to you feeling
Lost. Helpless. Useless.
like you'll never amount to anything. The funny thing is that the voice in your head telling you these things doesn't stammer. It's as fluent as anything. If only you could speak with as much clarity. Stop me if I'm wrong here, but when you have an inability to communicate as you want to, when you live in a world that relies so much on communication, well, the universe seems unfair. It's a knee in your back while you're on the floor, and the more you try to get up, the more the knee presses down. It's always darkest before the dawn. So how can you make dawn break?
Hi, I'm Mike Grant. I'm from Empowering Voices, the UK's only charity delivering Costal breathing courses to help people who stammer. Our mission is to tame stammers, to help stammerers speak in a calm and controlled manner, ultimately without fear. I could go on for ages about why you should come on an Empowering Voices course, but what's that old screenwriting adage? Show, don't tell. I want to show you the before and after of Costal breathing. It's time for a real-life case study.
This is Dr. Mobbassar Hassan, a senior research associate at the University of Cambridge.
Hello.
At school we would have called him a boffin. Obviously I'm very jealous of his brain, it's far too large. He's published scientific papers called things like Contrast Inversion of Ferrite and Perlite in a Sweet Corrosion Environment.
I understood that. So, let's see what Mobbassar has to say in his introduction from Cambridge University. Remember that this is before his first Costal breathing course.
I am Mobbassar Hassan, research associate in Yusuf Hamid Department of Chemistry, University of Cambridge since 2018. I am a proud father, a caring husband, and a responsible son and brothers, and a scientist with a lifelong stammering.
Now here is something that I found very interesting.
I use speech synthesizer to deliver my talks and to finish the talks on time. The communication tools that I have developed in Cambridge for the scientist with speech disability has been recently published in Nature. Now let me give you a brief about my research.
So, that was an example of Mobbassar's speech before his first Costal breathing course, and he mentioned a speech synthesizer that he was using for presentations at the university. So let's take a look at how that sounded, shall we?
I have been fortunate to work as part of some of the world's leading surface science and corrosion research groups, in which I have made significant contributions in the application of cutting-edge analytical research techniques to real-world problems. Here in Cambridge, we have developed a unique set of state-of-the-art complementary in situ techniques to specifically address challenges relating to corrosion at the most fundamental level, and to inform potential solutions using the innovative techniques and original methodologies.
What really struck me here was how he was quite excited about using his speech synthesizer at presentations, really thinking his way around the problem. People who stammer are very resourceful. They will find any number of ways around the houses to try to make things better. I've done it myself many times. Filler words, pretending to be ill to avoid situations, swapping words around. We have a great big box of tricks and we'll use them all. But I found Mobbassar's story heartbreaking. Here's a really smart and capable guy whose stammer was holding him back. He was making the best of it, really thinking outside the box, actually thinking with a box. But if only he could have the confidence, the control over his voice, to feel like he could make those presentations himself.
So I think my stammering may affect the way I communicate with people, but there are only few obstacles to doing great science when working with supportive colleagues in a stimulating research environment.
So, here's what you and the YouTube algorithm have been waiting for. It's Mobbassar's beautiful butterfly moment, or the bit where he sings a decent candle in the wind and is sent through to judges' houses in The X Factor. A dated reference, but you do have to remember that I'm a white man in his 40s. You see, Mobbassar had a new section recorded and added onto his Cambridge University profile video earlier this year, which means that we have the perfect comparison point with how he sounded before. This new recording took place after he had been on 2 Costal breathing courses and had been using the technique for just a couple of years. So, drum roll, let's see and hear how he sounds now.
You see the same person just after 2 years. And currently I am a senior research associate in the same department, and you see the transition and change for yourself. I thank Almighty God for giving me the exposure of the 2 courses that I have attended in the last 2 years, Starfish and Empowering Voice, the logo of that which you have seen just a little while ago. The sponsor for the Starfish course was my research sponsor, and the Empowering Voice course was my own department. I'm thankful to them for giving me this opportunity to go and attend this course. It was really life-changing, and you can see for yourself that I am using technique to control my speech, and I am not using speech synthesizer that I used to use in most cases, and I would be really happy to be contacted if you want to know something more about this course, because I know there are many out there like myself who would be like to know about this course and this life-changing speech impediment that now I consider myself as a recovering stammerer, and you see that the change for yourself. And as I told, that I'll be really happy to be contacted if you are interested to attend this course, and thank you.
Well, I think that video speaks for itself, just as Mobbassar now does. It's a life transformed. We're very proud to have Mobbassar here as our mentor with Empowering Voices. He's one of the people who gives support to new participants on an Empowering Voices course, one-to-one. One of the people who will sit opposite you to teach you the Costal breathing technique and practice with you, swap stories and experiences. Everyone leaves an Empowering Voices course with a bunch of new friends, all of whom understand everything you've been going through. The course fee is £250 for new participants, and all follow-up courses and our extensive after support are free. Mobbassar, though, is far from the only Costal breathing success story, as we will see in our upcoming videos. We'd like to thank Cambridge University for allowing us to use the footage from Mobbassar's profile video, and there is a link to their full video in the description for this one. Please visit empoweringvoices.co.uk to read more about us and see details of our upcoming courses. Or email hello@empoweringvoices.co.uk if you want to get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. And let me just end with a question. If a YouTube video falls in the forest and no one is around to see it, does it make a sound? No, it does not. So please like and subscribe to this channel to be notified whenever we release a new video. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.